That's funny. You thought I was going to come over here. Never know. Never know. Okay. Last video of the week for you. It shouldn't say or there. It should say and, right? Max and min. Max or min. Doesn't matter. So basically what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for the maximum values and I'm looking for the minimum values of the functions that are on the graph. There are two different types of those values, and we'll get more into this in class. We're not going to do that here so much. There is an absolute max or min, which means it's the absolute highest point or the absolute lowest point of these graphs. And then there is a local max and min. So basically, if there was a lot of like mountains or a lot of valleys in a graph, there would be a bunch of maximum values. One would be the absolute tallest maximum, but then there would be local ones. So let's just go ahead and try this. If that was a function, which it can be, there would be an absolute maximum right here, because that would be the tallest point of this entire graph. However, there are local maximum values, 3 of them. So for instance, if this was like mountains in on a huge plain or a huge like part of the country or whatever, the distance between that top and that top could be thousands of feet, right? And the distance between that and that could be miles. So this would be the local high point. I'm the tallest point of the entire area. And then you go over here and say, well, I'm the tallest point of that entire area. But then you go to the big, the big dot and you say, well, I'm the tallest point of all y'all, right? So you stink. So there are local maxes and local mins. I should probably do this. So here, it's really bad. This would be a local min, this would be a local min, but this would be the absolute minimum value. Okay, so there's a local or relative. That's another word that you can use here, relative, because it's relative to its location. And then there's an absolute. So we're not going to worry so much about that right now, because I'm just going to use the term max and min. So for instance, on the graph, f of x equals x squared, there's a clear absolute minimum value. Now the way we write this is, I'm just going to write minimum value, and the point is at 0, 0. So it's f of 0 equals 0. Remember how I put the x value in the parentheses, and the value on the equal sign or the other side of the equal sign is really the y value, or the f of x value? This is how I write the local or the absolute minimum. Now, on graphs that go up forever, or down forever, or they have some kind of infinity to it, there is no maximum value, because infinity is technically not something that I can attain. It's not something I can reach. It's just an idea or a way I can represent values that go on forever. So I can't go ahead and say there's a maximum value, because there isn't one. There's only a minimum value, and it's at f of 0 equals 0, or in other words, is at the point 0, 0. This is how you are going to use notation to solve this, though. I need to know what the point is at the x value and at the y value. So let's go ahead. This is kind of an easy concept. Let's go ahead and do one more function, and I'm just going to flip this function. Okay, so hold on a second while I make that work for us. Still here. Still here. Okay. This is the function f of x equals negative x squared. All right? So f of x equals negative x squared. Now, this is infinity. It goes down forever. It goes left and down and right and down forever. This is just the opposite of the other function. There is a max value. And the maximum value, the highest value that this function touches is right there. So again, it's f of 0 equals 0, but this time it's a maximum value. There is no minimum value, local or absolute. There is not one minimum value here because, again, it goes to infinity. That's the lowest value. Quickly, if I had something like this, just that function, and they're closed circles. Right? So the max value here would be negative 5, 0, or f of negative 5 equals 0. And the minimum value, or the lowest value, would be, this is a max. So a min would be f of negative 10 equals negative 5. Okay, so max value, tallest or highest value, min value, lowest or shortest value. Not going to give you answers to the fever form. This is something that you should work out. Please start using Desmos. If you aren't going to use it on the computer, go ahead and plug it into your free app on your phone if you can get it. Don't pay for Desmos. You don't need to. It's free. All right, so hopefully you got this down. Later.